Yeah, man!
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you chicken cauliflower oyster sauce. You can also use broccoli if you. Alright, so you're gonna need cornstarch, a stack of scallion, 2 or 3 onions, 3 garlic cloves, piece of ginger, mushroom, dried chili pepper, about 3 or 4 pieces, sesame seed, oyster sauce, light soy sauce. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. Cooking oil, coconut oil preferably. You can use olive oil as well. Alright, so I'm just going to prepare certain things first. This is the dried chili pepper. Cut the stem off and shred it fine. So now I'm just using a food scissors. I'm cutting little strips, and then I'm going to hold them together and shred them fine. If you can buy shredded dried chili pepper, you can do that. But if you buy the dried chili pepper in the big package that you saw me with earlier, it's cost efficient. Alright, so that's what you want. Just put it aside. This is a piece of ginger, the size of my index, the first bend of my finger. I'm just using a knife to remove the skin, the outer layer of the ginger. Now the garlic, just remove the skin and cut the ends off. Alright, so rinse the garlic clean and the ginger. Now remove dying leaves from the scallion. The scallion is optional. The onion, just remove the leaf, the outer layer of the onion, just the brown part only. The first layer of the onion is the strongest, and you don't want to waste the onion. So just remove the outer leaf of the onion and cut the ends off. Alright, so rinse your vegetables properly with fresh running water. Next, grind or shred the garlic to puree or pulp. Keep your ingredients separate. The ginger, shred the ginger to puree. Alright, so this is what you want. Just put this aside for later. Now, and put your onion and your scallion aside for later. Alright, now, so food cornstarch. I'm gonna make a marinating sauce. To be honest, I don't have the meat yet. I'm going to the supermarket right after this. So I'm just preparing these other parts, so when I come back, I don't have much work to do. So measure and add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Now add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, light soy sauce. Measure and add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Next, add 1 tablespoon of sherry, cooking wine. Alright, so once you add the ingredients for marinating, stir in properly. Just make sure the cornstarch is dissolved. I can smell the sauces. The aroma is awesome. Alright, now we're gonna make the whipping sauce. Remember whipping sauce, stirring sauce. The same thing, we're gonna whip it, stir it, whatever. Alright, now measure and add 1 tablespoon of food cornstarch. Add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Add 1 tablespoon of sherry cooking wine. Now add 2 tablespoons of water. Alright, so once you add all the ingredients, stir in properly. Alright, so this is our whipping sauce, our stirring sauce. We're gonna add this sauce while we cook, while we're cooking. Alright, so this is our cauliflower, and this is about ½ pound. So today I'm using it with spring bean and carrot. Alright, so with the carrot you just use a knife and scrape the surface and then cut the ends. Now with the spring bean, hold them together, use a scissors, a food scissors, and then cut the ends off. Now the cauliflower, just do as you see me doing. Remove the leaves and kind of cut the big stem off, and then you'll see florets. You'll see little cauliflower florets. So what I like to do is just get in between the crown of cauliflower and then cut the florets off. Just be careful, just remember that there's a knife you have in your hand, and try and cut away from your. Look through the cauliflower, make sure that you don't see any, trim off any dying leaves, and look if you see any insect in between it that might, that's hidden. So go through carefully and do as you see me doing, and kind of trim the stem of the cauliflower florets. Then add the cauliflower, spring beans. Alright, so let's cut those in half. Add the carrot. So what we're going to do is rinse them properly next. So I'm just continue preparing your cauliflower florets. Look through properly, make sure there's no insect in between. I don't know if you saw that, but that was an insect. Look in between the cauliflower and make sure that there's no insect or alien item that you don't want to see on it. Alright, so make sure this spring bean is fresh. Now, so rinse your spring beans or your vegetables properly. Add fresh water, couple drops of white vinegar, and kind of wash. Use your fingers and look in between the cauliflower. Make sure it's cleaned properly. Use your finger and get in between and look through each floret and make sure each is cleaned properly. The white vinegar aid in removing dirt, and it kills insect. So go through and clean your vegetables properly. Alright, so you take your spring beans, wash them properly in the water and white vinegar. Alright, so once you do that, just get a final rinse on the fresh water. And the fresh running. Alright, next, these are chickens. I just went to the supermarket. I prepared the vegetable and everything and put them aside. The market is like 5 minutes down the road. So I just jumped in my car, went in the market and buy these. I was going to buy chicken, but I saw these legs and they're affordable. So I'm just deciding to use chicken's leg. Alright, so I'm just now removing the chicken's skin. So do as you see me doing, remove the chicken's skin. Alright, now to debone, what I find it's easier, I just cut little rings right at the drumstick. I just cut a little circle right around the drumstick. And then I use a sharp knife and cut right in between the chicken's leg, and then get between the chicken's leg and the bone, and then use a sharp knife and then kind of cut the flesh off the bone. Alright, if you keep the knife close to the bone and just cut, it will just cut off easily. Alright, so that's what you want. A chicken's leg is dark meat. Chicken's thigh is dark meat. Chicken's breast is white meat. And wing is white meat. You can see the difference. Look at the chicken's leg. Oh, it's darker. And if I had a breast right now, the meat would have been white. Alright, so go through and debone the chicken's leg. Alright, you can use these bones to make chicken stock if you want. Alright, so that's deboning chicken. Now add a couple drops of white vinegar along with water and then kind of rinse the chicken off properly. Just use your fingers and then get in between the chicken, the boneless chicken, and make sure all the fat and the clogged blood is washed off properly. And then give it a final rinse. Alright. Alright, so that's what you want. You want the chicken, boneless chicken, to look clean and pretty like this. If you don't want to do all of this work, you can always buy boneless chicken in the supermarket. Or you can actually butcher the boneless it for you with a cost. Alright, so this is our marinating sauce. It's been settled. So just stir it in, stir it in. Alright, so you take your chicken. Now we're going to cut chicken strips. So do as you see me doing. Use a sharp knife and cut chicken strips the size of your finger. Like this. Alright, so that's what you want. I'm just going to get rid of some of this mess and get all of this messy part out of the way. I just went to wash my hands, make my hands free up. So now you just marinate. You add the chicken pieces to the marinating sauce and just allow. Stir it in, coat in the chicken pieces properly, cover it and allow. Allow it to marinate at least 10 minutes. Alright, it's best to chop the onions and the carrot close to cooking. Alright, now with the carrot, it's easier if you just cut it in half and then cut that half piece in half, and then you put the flat part on your chopping board and then cut carrot strips, small little carrot strips or carrot sticks, as long as your finger. Now the scallion, just dice the scallion fine. Now the onion, if you're using small onions, you just chop it in two, in half, and then separate the leaf. If the onion is big, chop it in quarters, separate the leaves, take the leaves apart. Alright, so that's what you want. Let's put aside for later. Now put to heat. Put the stove's gauge on 4 medium-low. Use a small saucepan. See, I have all the ingredients. I have everything ready. Making it to the rice. We're going ready to stir fry. Once the pot is dried and it's been on the heat for about a minute or two, add 2 cups of cooking oil, coconut oil preferably. Add a 1/3 cup of water, and this is our chicken pieces, been marinating an hour now. Just kind of stir it up, stir it in. Stove gauge is on 4 medium-low. Allow. Alright, this is our sauce, our whipping sauce. It's a cornstarch settling at the bottom. You gotta stir that in and get it ready so that when you're ready to add it, you don't have to stop and stir it in. You just want to have it handy, ready to add. Alright, once you see a little smoke, that's a sign to say it's ready. It's been 5 minutes. You see a little smoke. I'm sure you can see it. You just carefully add your marinated chicken pieces to the heating oil. Alright, immediately after that, carefully stir in the chicken pieces in the heating oil, separating and prevent sticking. Yeah, make sure that the pieces are separated because they're gonna wanna they're gonna want to stick together. So kind of use your spatula or your wooden spoon and kind of stir in the chicken pieces thoroughly. This is in oyster sauce, so the sauce is gonna settle at the bottom of the saucepan. And it's gonna want to make the chicken sticks together, but all you have to do is just stir it in and separate the pieces. After 4 minutes, stove gauge is on 4, medium low still. You just stir it in. I didn't stir it within the time, I just allowed it to fry. So after 4 minutes, you just give your pot a few stirs, and allow. Alright, 8 minutes thereabout. Just look on your chicken pieces. You can take piece out and taste it. If it's cooked to your liking, you can always turn the stove off now. But I want to make sure the chicken pieces are cooked properly. Alright, I'm tasting this. Alright, I'm just going to let it stay for a little while. Alright, between 10 minutes. This is what it looks like. Let's turn it off. It's cooked. So use a spoon that scoops and remove about 95% of this oil. Just remove most of the oil. Alright, so you just want to make sure about a quarter cup, about less than quarter cup is left back in the pot. So you just want to use just quarter cup of cooking oil. Now, turn the stove back on and put the stove's gauge on low. Alright, put the cooked chicken pieces on one side of the saucepan. And sorry guys, I don't have a wok, but I'm going to show you how I use this saucepan as a wok. So add the shredded garlic and ginger and chili pepper, dried chili pepper. Alright, just add it to one side of the saucepan and allow it to saute. flavoring the oil. Alright, so what I like to do, I just lift my saucepan and use the edge of the saucepan in the center of the flame as you would a wok, and just kind of sauteing the vegetables a little bit. The ginger, garlic, for about 30, between 40 seconds or so. The stove gauge is on low right now still. This is our sauce. Just make sure it's stirred in. You want to make sure that it's ready when you're ready to add it. Alright, about 30 seconds thereabout, add the chopped scallion. Let it saute for a couple seconds and then stir in everything now. Stir in the cooked chicken and the onion, the garlic, not the onion yet, the ginger and the garlic, the pepper. Now would be the best time to turn the stove up. We're going to stir fry now. So turn the stove gauge on 4, medium low. Add your chopped onions and stir fry. Don't worry about that sauce in the bottom. When everything is cooked, it's going to soften up and mix up with everything. Next, add your prepared vegetables. Alright, and the cauliflower. Stir that in. Now, add your whipping sauce or your stirring sauce. Stir it in. The stove gauge is on 4, medium low. Just do as you see me doing, kind of slightly lift the saucepan up using the edge in the center of the flame as you would a wok. Now add 1/3 cup of water. Use the pan's lid and cover it properly and allow. We're going to add the carrot halfway in. Stove gauge is on 4, medium low. If you keep the lid on, it's going to build a little steam and prevent it from drying out. Just make sure you keep the lid on properly. Alright, after 2 minutes, this is what it looks like. Add the carrot and stir in properly. Just kind of bring the bottom to the top. So once you do that, just cover it properly and allow. The stove gauge is on 4 still, medium low. Alright, make sure the lid's on properly. Build steam. Alright, it's been 4 minutes in all. 2 minutes since we add the carrots. So you just stir in your pot. The sauce is thickening. Alright, so that's it. Finish. Just cover it until you're ready to serve. Alright, so this is what it looks like. This is our chicken cauliflower oyster sauce. Alright, so just before you serve it, just stir it in. Make sure the sauce is coating everything. So you take a scoop of this delicious chicken cauliflower oyster sauce and pour it on a bed of rice. So this is Miguel's chicken cauliflower oyster sauce. visit JamaicaDinners.com. This recipe is a new recipe. Subscribe, like, share, give your comments below, and you should try cooking it for yourself. It's a very delicious meal. And you can use broccoli if you don't like cauliflower, or you can use both. Alright, so this is my chicken cauliflower oyster sauce. Chicken cauliflower oyster sauce. Mmm. Look at that steam, boy. Alright, so now we're gonna sample this meal together. So now I'm just adding some cooked parboiled rice. Alright, let's taste this thing. Cauliflower is firm, fresh, full of enzymes. Spring bean is outstanding. What I mean by outstanding, it it tastes like spring bean. It's not it's not not in the meal. You know, it's got a different flavor to everything else. But it works. You can use asparagus. Use what's available in your region. The cauliflower is just right. Carrot, sweet, rich, and crunchy. The ginger blend with the meal. Nice. Gravy is awesome. The chicken is juicy and delicious and soft. The scallion made for flavor. The chili pepper is a mild spiciness. Like I said, the spring bean stands out. It tastes just like a spring bean. cauliflower is crunchy and just right. So you don't want to overcook the cauliflower because you want it. The more you cook the cauliflower, it kills the enzymes. And the enzymes in the vegetable is what your body needs. Alright, so enjoy. Bye.
Yeah, man.